Hello and welcome to another video in my lecture series entitled Injection Molding Fundamentals. Now, in the previous video, we had discussed the concept of factors affecting the cycle time, and we discussed around three factors, namely a type of plastic, wall thickness of the product, and the mold materials. In this particular video, let us dive deep into the concept of efficiency of cooling. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. So, as you can all see, why exactly do we need cooling in an injection mold? So the purpose of cooling is to remove heat in as less time as possible. The heat of the plastic which enters into the cavity space, so much so that as soon as the plastic is injected, we need to make sure that the cooling is started, because in other cases when cooling is compromised, it can lead to detrimental effects like defects in the plastic mold, beg your pardon, defects in the plastic molding as well as the mold. So basically, just to remove the heat in as less time as possible is something which we really have to take into consideration, right? And of course, the higher the efficiency, higher will be the productivity, right? So as you can see, there are four different types of molds for which the literature for cooling is different, right? And uh, as a matter of fact, right, partial cooling is accomplished in the mold while rest of the cooling takes place when the molding is ejected, right? And other things such as excessive cooling, right, they reduce the productivity. Why? Because if we have to cool most of the plastic molding inside the mold, that would increase the cycle time and thereby decreasing the productivity. So it's a general thumb rule that we have to eject the parts as soon as possible, right? Because if there is any delay because of cooling, again the productivity can be hampered. And there are different types of moldings, as I just told you, depending on the thickness and the parts produced, the frequency of parts, or the rate of production of the parts, and different methods of post mold cooling they can be considered. So let's start with molds for small scale production.